And a whistle and a foul, and I'm going to have to throw an apology out there to our audience. The YouTube stream just got started. With 4 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. And a shot from the corner that is missed. Monument Valley gets the rebound. Here goes. Drive, and that one is going to be no good for Ralph Gray, but he does get the foul. The foul is whistled on Jaden Waite. Now Jaden's got 2 early fouls in the game for the Cougars. So apologies. On the delayed start to the live video. Some of you have been watching it on the Facebook channel. And thank you to one of our loyal viewers out there. And a friend to the Sports Zone that we value. Thank you to Marion Wallentine. As you watch Ralph Gray make both of those free throws. Perfect on the shots by Ralph. And anyway, I was just saying, thank you to Marion for alerting me that our YouTube stream wasn't working, and that was just a slip on our part. So I apologize. And if you're watching on Facebook, as you get a Trent Tall rebound from Monument Valley off that Show Low miss, if you are watching on the Sports Zone Facebook page, I encourage you to move over to the YouTube stream, the YouTube channel. It's on now, for one thing, but also because the quality is just better. It's just better. And I could give you the technical reasons why it's better, but I'm going to say it's better because YouTube is better than Facebook when it comes to live video. So there's my encouragement. And plus, for us, for the Sports Zone, it's better for us if you are YouTube viewers versus Facebook. We put it there as a courtesy. We put it on the Facebook channel, but it's not where we want you to watch it. We only do that because it helps you to remember that we're there if you happen to be on Facebook at the moment. And then I would just highly encourage you to move over the other direction. By the way, Jaden Waite now has 3 personal fouls for Show Low. The Cougars have 4 team fouls with 2:52 remaining in the first quarter. Monument Valley has 2 team fouls, and they've got the basketball. Mustangs have it. 27 on the shot clock. Jaden Sosi is out there. Here's Ralph Gray, guarded by Hadley Days, and Ralph just runs right by Hadley, and then he gets his shot blocked. That was great defense by Keegan Kobzowitz, and he'll get the ball up the floor, and his shot is going to be no good off the back iron. Rebounded by Monument Valley. A bit of excitement for the Cougar fans for a moment, but they could not finish it. Gray for a 3, and he misses, and it's knocked out of bounds, tipped out of bounds by Monument Valley. Corday Begay, it's Corday, right? Corday Begay, number 52 out there, tipped it out. Corday is joined on the floor by Mackay Parrish, number 23. Mackay has a 3-point make in the game. Ralph Gray, number 3 on the floor. Number 33, that's Trent Tall, is out there from Monument Valley. Wearing jersey 0, because I can't say number 0, because 0 is not a number. Jaden Sosi is out there. And a jump shot for Hadley Dazen for Show Low. Hadley connecting up right there on the shot and making it 10-7. Drive. That was a dish. I don't know if it was inadvertent or not. It finally finds Ralph Gray outside for his 3-point try. No good. Dazen with the rebounds. Hadley brings it up patiently for Show Low, and he will replace Kobzowitz in the corner. And back outside to Keegan. Keegan with the fancy ball handles, and then he drops it off to Mason Bigos for a 3. Mason with his first field goal of the night for the Cougars, and they've tied the game 10-10 with 55 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Monument Valley bringing it up. Ralph Gray at the top of the key. He'll drive the right side of the key, facing Bigos' defense, and lose that one up in the air. Monument Valley had it for a moment, and then a loose ball is scooped up by Thomas Ellsworth. Show Low takes back over. Hadley Dazen from the elbow left side. That's off the back iron. Gets his own rebound. Forces his way into traffic and gets mugged on the way in there. And the guy that was at the scene of the mugging, according to eyewitnesses, wearing the striped shirts, was Mackay Parrish for his first foul in the game. Dazen for the shot. And here's another one. That one's going to be a little bit off the front iron. However, it's a violation. The officials are having a conflab. And they're going to say that's a no-go. And I have the same question as Daryl Suber, the head coach of Show Low. I got the same question. What happened? What's going on? And I still have no idea what happened. Here comes a jump shot. No good. Rebound with 11 seconds on the game clock. Show Low foul. 2 shots for Monument. Tristan Key is out there for the Cougars, and Tristan commits the personal foul. This will give the young man at the line a chance to shoot a foul shot. And the young man, I will have to identify. The young man is Latrell. I believe that's Latrell Begay. Oh, that's the player control foul all day long, every day, and in every universe. Well, you know, you get running, you get moving up the floor. Right? And then you can't hit the brakes. You go skidding and screeching out of control. 5 seconds. Quarter coming to an end. And Show Low's going to make that. Show Low did a great job. Hadley Dazen with great defense to prevent any chance of getting a shot up there. And our score at the end of the quarter, Show Low 11, Monument Valley 10. Stand by for the second quarter. Northland basketball presented by Choice Broadband.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Show Low Ford. Show Low Ford has the best deals. Not only does Show Low Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Show Low Ford sells the best at the best price. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at ShowLowFord.com.
Your neighbors and friends won't have to fake their enthusiasm over your new wall. With the durability and strength of precast Verticrete walls from Hatch Concrete is a solid investment. Enhance your property's value with a 2-sided decorative concrete wall that's as stylish as it is affordable. No yearly repairs or restaining needed. Request a free estimate from Hatch Concrete today, where quality isn't just a name, but a tradition.
You got that great horn, that great buzzer here at Monument Valley. And a lot of these big arenas up here in the north, they do that. That's that kind of professional type, that collegiate type horn. And it really adds a lot. It adds a lot to the experience. You know, those crazy buzzers you get in some of these places that drive you nuts. You got to love these horns. As Thomas Ellsworth, here's the horn, gets the ball, knocks it down. The big 3 for Thomas. He's got his second 3 of the game. As our second quarter gets underway and Monument Valley turns the ball over. I'm going to try and get the numbers straightened back out from that first half. And guess what? I just did. It was simple. It was easy. My book is reconciled. And here it comes. Mason Bigos from the right angle for a 3. Misses that. Mason is out there, and you know who else is out there on the floor now for Show Low is Evan Bigos. You got the 2 Bigos brothers on the floor right now as Latrell Begay splashes one from way downtown. Big shot for Luttrell, his first points of the game. Keep pace with the Show Low Cougars. It's a 1-point Show Low lead, 14-13 right now. There's Evan Bigos. He drops a pass back to Mason Bigos, who drives and gets fouled. 2 shots on the way for Evan. So you got Evan out there going to the line. The fans don't like it, but the guy with the actual striped shirt's got it right. That was definitely a foul on Luttrell. Contact on his way in there. So Mason at the line. His brother Evan Bigos there in the paint as well, number 11. And I was given a request. Somebody on the chat there said, "Hey Floyd, can you give a shout out to Evan and Mason's 5-year-old cousin Hunter Sturmer from Chicago, who loves watching his cousins play." Well, Hunter, glad to meet you, and I hope you're doing well. Take a shot over here of me. Hunter, if you were here, I would give you some of this. Look at this. I got this bag right here. It's full of Christmas candy, and I'm giving it away to some little kids around here at the arena. Hunter, if you were here, I would definitely give you a handful of candy, but all I can do is say, hello, hope you're doing well, Hunter, and I hope you're enjoying your cousins out there playing a little basketball. Enjoying from Chicago, from Chi-Town. And here come the Cougars up the floor, right side. Thomas Ellsworth, he's had a bit of a hot hand with a couple of threes in the half. Misses that one, but he gets back the rebound. Swing it around. Evan Bigos will get it in the corner. Back outside to Mason. Show Low with the 2-man weave at the top. Mason decides to take it in. His shot is off the mark, and it's Corday Begay with the Mustangs rebound. Ralph Gray. Cross-court pass. And Mackay will take it up. He's able to beat Bigos on that one on the baseline. And Mackay Parrish has 5 first-half Monument Valley points. Guess what? The Mustangs have stolen the lead from the Cougars. 15-14 Monument Valley. Hadley Dazen. That one's going to bounce off no good. And it's rebounded Jaden Sosi. Jaden across. Ralph Gray. And, the nice little move on the baseline. Luttrell Begay couldn't make the shot, but that was a terrific little first step. Watch how quick he was able to get by the defense of Dazen. Luttrell at the foul line. And that's good. He's got 4 in the half. So far, a low-scoring first half of boys basketball. But a pair of free throws right there gives a little separation for Monument Valley. They lead 17-14. Tomorrow night, we are at Show Low High School. Back-to-back Cougar broadcasts. Tomorrow night, Show Low taking on the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets in a 3A East showdown. Then it's the North again on Saturday. Window Rock hosting Monument Valley right here at Northland Basketball. Well, let's see. Shira says, fan base watching Hadley Dazen from Boise, Idaho. Says, let's go Show Low Cougars. It's Boise, isn't it, Shira? You can't say Boise. You don't say Boise. That's not right. It's Boise. Monument Valley foul. That's on Corday Begay. Corday is going to check out. Trent Tall will come into the game for the Mustangs. Thomas Ellsworth gives it up. Kobzowitz, now Bigos, now the other Bigos. Trying to get some separation, has to give it up to Thomas Ellsworth, and he does so wisely because Thomas drops another 3 on the Monument Valley defense. He's got 3 of those in the first half, and he's tied the game here, 17-17. Mustangs with the basketball. Right side, Ralph Gray, deep on the angle right side. Guarded by Hadley Dazen. And outside again for Monument Valley, there is Jaden Sosi with the basketball. Ellsworth, the man-to-man defender for Show Low on him. Back to Gray. Goes into the paint. Had trouble with it. He was a little awkward in there, and Mason Bigos might have blocked a shot. Mason comes out of there with it. He's going to go coast to coast off the glass, but a little short. Trenton Tall contesting him defensively from Monument Valley. Made that a tough shot. And it's the Mustangs back to work. Latrell Begay on the baseline. Gives it up, gets it back, wide open, corner. And that three is perfect for Latrell Begay, his second three of the second quarter. So I said that it was a low-scoring game, and since that point, these teams have turned it up a little bit on offense. Dazen missing. And clutching the rebound for Monument Valley is Hunter Worker. I remember Hunter. That's one of my favorite names. I mean, because they're descriptives, they're adjectives, and they're great ones. You want to be associated with names like that. Hunter Worker. Like, his middle name must be like Farmer or Butcher. You know what I'm saying? Or Doctor. Be a great middle name for that young man there. Hunter Worker. Love it. From the corner, here's the shot. And that's a little bit off the mark for Thomas Ellsworth. And Latrell Begay has the rebound. Monument. Worker's got the basketball. And Ralph Gray will go inside. Kobzowitz blocked it out of bounds, but he also made some contact there. Keegan's first foul of the half. Ralph Gray at the line. Shot is good. I think we need to get a timeout, don't we? We're going to grab a timeout, everybody, while Ralph shoots. Oh, no, we don't? Are we good to go? You like where we're at? Okay, all right. We don't have to take a timeout, everybody. Sorry about that. Our technical director, Julio K., scolding me because we're on schedule. Don't know how that happened because I'm famous for getting us off schedule. Kobzowitz pulls up and knocks it down from 16 feet out there. That was a good-looking release by Keegan for his first Show Low points tonight. They're down by 2 right here. 21-19 the score. Monument Valley in front of Show Low. A 3 for the Mustangs won't go in on the left side. Jaden Sosi's shot didn't go down, but Trent Tall keeps it alive for the Mustangs. And Ralph drives, and Ralph is going to get called. Ralph Gray for the shot. I guess we do need to take it. We'll take a timeout right now with the dead ball out there. Stand by for the remainder of the half. Northland basketball presented by Choice Broadband.
The gridiron is where teams come to battle and dominate. With over 5 decades of knowledge and expertise, manpower, and a whole lot of horsepower, Perkins Cinders is that all-star teammate you need to dominate your project. They deliver all things dirt, from gravel, cinders, topsoil mulch, concrete materials, and more. Want to score big? Use the one that will get you that win. Perkins Cinders is helping you get a load of this.
Beeman Well Drilling is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio and the Friday Night Football Show, and they give support to each and every school and team in the White Mountains. Just like Sports Zone Radio, Beeman Drilling has the kind of experience that makes them the best at what they do. Paul Wyatt is the guy to talk to, and he'll take your call anytime, day or night. 537-1031. Or better yet, call him right on his cell phone, 928-205-7647. This football season, go deep with Beeman Drilling.
Down to 30 seconds remaining in the half. While you were gone, you saw that great defensive play by Monument Valley. This guy, Makai Parrish, started it, and he threw a great pass to Jaden Sosi for a bucket. Now Makai goes inside and shows you what he can do with the ball in hand. He's got 7 first-half points for Monument Valley. Keegan Kobzowitz to the corner. And perfect on the three. Can't leave him open. He's hot tonight. That's the 4-3 of the half right there for Thomas Ellsworth. And at the buzzer, that's going to be off the front iron. We haven't had a good buzzer beater in a while. We almost had one right there. Jaden Sosey's shot just wouldn't go down for the guy. And a great first half. Thomas Ellsworth is right back there somewhere, and he has led the way. There he is, number 5. Thomas with 4 big makes outside the arc tonight to lead the scoring for Show Low with 12 points and help his team go in down by just that 1 point separating them from Monument Valley. We'll break it down coming up on the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report. That's next, right here on this broadcast of Northland basketball presented by Choice Broadband.
Holbrook Family Dentistry is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio's Northland Basketball. They've been serving Holbrook and the surrounding area since 2000, and they cheer for all our local teams and love it when the North succeeds. Holbrook Family Dentistry's 3 dentists are all general dentists from our local area, so they can perform most type of procedures in-house. They pride themselves on their ethics and kindness and genuinely love working with the communities of Northern Arizona. Come see us at Holbrook Family Dentistry on Iowa Street in Holbrook or call 928-524-6854.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Show Low Ford. Show Low Ford has the best deals. Not only does Show Low Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Show Low Ford sells the best at the best price. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at showlowford.com.
Imagine watching your favorite team without a comfy couch to leap from when your team scores that winning touchdown, or a table for all of your favorite game time snacks, or even a media center to display your TV. Unthinkable. The Furniture Gallery, located in Snowflake, brings only the best to make your game time experience a winner. The Furniture Gallery will help make your house into a home, and they'll do whatever it takes to make you a customer for life.
How would you like to be sitting on a beach under the palm trees with your feet in the warm sand and sitting next to the one you love? It's the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Valentine's Special, and you could win a Royal Caribbean cruise for 2 plus $1,000 cash. Right now, with your insured windshield replacement, everyone can take that special person in their life out for 2 dinners at Cattleman's Steakhouse.
Wow!
Then take them to the movies with 2 free theater tickets. And everyone's name, including insurance and cash jobs, will go in the hat for a chance to win a 5-night Royal Caribbean cruise for 2 and $1,000 spending cash. Don't miss out on steak dinners, movie tickets, and a cruise for 2 with $1,000 cash. Happy Valentine's Day.
536-597 Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Cash Back. Woohoo!
Welcome to the Mountain Mobile Halftime. A complete first half breakdown of tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. This is the Mountain Mobile Halftime.
Halftime at Monument Valley. Welcome back in to Northland basketball and the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime reports. Monument Valley leads Show Low in the boys varsity game, 25-24. I want to read part of a text message I got from one of our broadcast partners, our sponsors, who said this to us a little while ago. Says, "You're killing it on the broadcast. Thank you very much." And then some other things. But I say that because I want to make sure our production team who is listening, they listen to the broadcast as well as they do their work. To make sure you guys understand that, okay? All right? And who do we have to keep happy? Those outstanding viewers and, Sports Zone Nation. We got to keep them happy the best that we can. And we got to keep those those advertising partners of ours happy as well. So you know who you are out there that sent it, and I want to say thank you for sending it. And I'm going to repeat it. You're killing it on the broadcast. Thank you very much. Guys, gals, well done. Jessica, Julio, and Derek. Well, it's the halftime report. And here at the break, it's been a great game, close game. Show Low out-dueling Monument Valley in the first quarter, outscoring them 11-10. Close, right? Very close. And Monument Valley returning the favor, outscoring Show Low in the second quarter 15-13. So it's just about as close as you could ask it to be. 25-24, Monument Valley in front of Show Low. The Mustangs are led in scoring by Latrell Begay. Latrell hit 2 threes, complemented that with a pair of free throws in the second quarter. All of his points in the second quarter to lead the scoring for Monument with 8 points. Makai Parrish added 7 points, including a 3-point basket. Also in the scoring column, Ralph Gray has 6 points. 4 of those points from the foul line. Jaden Sosi has 4 points for the Mustangs. The Show Low Cougars got the hot hand of Thomas Ellsworth involved in that first half. Thomas hitting 4 threes in the game. 4 threes in that first half. He didn't make every one of them, but I think he's like 4 for 5 or 4 for 6. Thomas is shooting the ball really well. But the main thing I just want to highlight is, as I remember looking back on Thomas hitting those shots, it seems to me like every one of the threes that Thomas made was from the right corner, and every one of them was a perfect splash. I don't think he even sniffed hitting any iron or anything like that. Watch this. Perfect splash right there by Thomas Ellsworth. I don't know, somewhere along the line in the highlights you'll see more of them. And my recollection is that he did not, I mean, they were perfect. His range was dialed absolutely right in. We're going to have to come up with we're going to have to call him the range finder or something like that. That's what we'll call him. That's what we'll call him for a while here now, okay? The range finder, Thomas Ellsworth. Because, I mean, it was right on the dot. He's like a vortex. You know the vortex glass, some of you guys out there. So Thomas, a great first half. For Show Low leads the scoring with 12 points. Hadley Dazen, he had a strong first half for the Cougars, 7 for him. Mason Bigos has 3 points. And Keegan Kobzowitz with 2 points for the Cougars. The teams are coming back. And we'll take our final halftime break and wrap up the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report. When we return, it's the second half of this broadcast of Northland Basketball, presented by Choice Broadband.
How would you like to be sitting on a beach under the palm trees with your feet in the warm sand and sitting next to the one you love? It's the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Valentine's Special, and you could win a Royal Caribbean cruise for 2 plus $1,000 cash. Right now, with your insured windshield replacement, everyone can take that special person in their life out for 2 dinners at Cattleman's Steakhouse.
Wow!
Then take them to the movies with 2 free theater tickets. And everyone's name, including insurance and cash jobs, will go in the hat for a chance to win a 5-night Royal Caribbean cruise for 2 and $1,000 spending cash. Don't miss out on steak dinners, movie tickets, and a cruise for 2 with $1,000 cash. Happy Valentine's Day.
536-597 Mountain Mobile Auto Glass cash back to you. Woohoo!
Holbrook Family Dentistry is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio's Northland Basketball. They've been serving Holbrook and the surrounding area since 2000, and they cheer for all our local teams and love it when the North succeeds. Holbrook Family Dentistry's 3 dentists are all general dentists from our local area, so they can perform most type of procedures in-house. They pride themselves on their ethics and kindness and genuinely love working with the communities of Northern Arizona. Come see us at Holbrook Family Dentistry on Iowa Street in Holbrook, or call 928-524-6854.
In years past, when you needed expert medical care, you may have overlooked one credible local healthcare provider. White Mountain Regional Medical Center's Rural Health Clinic is your destination for specialized care. Orthopedics, podiatry, behavioral health, and advanced interventional pain management. And it's all closer than you think. Located in Springerville, White Mountain Regional Medical Center is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
Hey, we're back to it, everybody. We're back to start the second half of this one here at Monument Valley High School, Kayenta, Arizona, the home of the Monument Valley Mustangs. The arena here is called the Nash Center, named for the great Nash husband and wife coaching team here for many, many years at Monument Valley. Basketball championships, volleyball state championships, right? Volleyball state championships with the Nashes, and they are wonderful people. And Mrs. Nash, she, last year when we were here at on Valentine's Day, we did a broadcast here at Monument Valley last year, and she was so kind, Mrs. Nash. She gave me a Valentine because, as her little note said, that everyone deserves one and that I deserve one. She gave me a note about her grandson because she felt like we had done some things to include him in what we do that were very helpful for him, and that's what we try to do, right? Everything about what we're trying to do is a student-athlete centric. We're doing this for the student-athletes, and we want to help them in every way we can help them. So she was very grateful for that. And she, as we watch Makai Parrish hit a three to start the second half scoring for Monument Valley. Makai dialed that one in, and he'll get a rebound off a Show Low miss, and the lead is 28-24 to start the second half here from Monument Valley. As we go about 45 seconds into the quarter. Ralph Gray throws it away. Thomas Ellsworth, Show Low steal up to Hadley Dazen. Hadley, the runner, and a blocking foul on Ralph. That'll be Ralph's second foul. And that's two shots on the way for Hadley Dazen. Well, that's the borderline, right? That's the foul that could go either way. Anyway, to Mrs. Nash, I just want to say I remember that, and she made, and the note was a personal note, a great note that I cherish, and that is a keepsake that will stay with me. And she just had some really nice things to say, and you love that, don't you? And she's my Valentine, at least she was last year. She's my Monument Valley Valentine. Hadley missed the first, and Hadley misses the second. Rebound, Monument Valley, as we get you going here with Northland basketball. Makai Parrish. It will not count because there was a whistle before he set up to shoot. There's a foul away from the ball. It was Keegan Kobzowitz committing the personal. Inbound for Monument Valley. Let's check the Monument starters for the second half. Jaden Sosi wearing that jersey that has a 0 on it. And he just traveled with the basketball. His teammates out there right now include number 24, Latrell Begay, number 23, Makai Parrish. Also on the floor, number 33, Trent Tall. In the Randolph Gilmore lineup, Randolph, the head coach of Monument Valley. Pull-up jump shot good on the other side for Hadley Dazen of Show Low. Let's check for you the fifth second half starter for the Mustangs. It was actually Ralph Gray, right? Ralph was out there, number 3, but now on the floor for Monument Valley is number 10. Number 10, Hunter Worker, is out there running around the baseline right now for Monument Valley. Tall has it, left side. It's a Parrish, Makai Parrish. Check Show Low's second half starters. Trent Tall couldn't make it. Number 3 right there, Mason Bigos on the rebound for Show Low. He's in the lineup. Also, there's Jaden Waite going baseline for the reverse lay-in. That is good. Jaden wearing number 25. First points of the game for Jaden Waite. Number 23, Keegan Kobzowitz, starts the second half for head coach Daryl Suber and Show Low. Number 20, Hadley Dazen out there. Hadley led the team helped lead the team in the first half, had 7 points. The actual game high first half point total for Show Low was number 5, Thomas Ellsworth, who had the 12 points in that first half. He is out there in the second half Show Low lineup. Drive, dish, Kobzowitz, but there's a whistle first. And I think that's player control. Whistled on Mason Bigos. Mason is the guilty guy out there for the Cougars. And we're back to it, everybody. Spin move at the top. Blocking foul on Show Low. Makai Parrish is the guy that drew the foul, and I think that, if I'm not mistaken, Jaden Waite, well, he's got 4 fouls. 4 fouls. Coach Zuber's looking up and down his bench. I saw him looking around to see if there's somebody who could get in there. Yeah, I'll tell you who he wishes he had right now. It's a guy on that bench there in street clothes named Cameron Wallenstein. Coach would love to have him out on the floor. Hey, nice second move there by Latrell Begay. The Mustangs in front by 2. Ball in the corner. And a reverse lay-in for Thomas Ellsworth. He got the great first step and decided he wants to hit a shot underneath instead of just pouring him in from outside like he did in that first half. He's got 14 points right now for Show Low. We have tied the game here. We got the game tied, 30-30. Monument Valley hosting the Show Low Cougars. Makai Parrish coming off the pick. Missed the shot. Trent Tall rebound for the Mustangs. Here's Sosi with it. Picks up the dribble and gets bailed out on the right side by Latrell Begay. And Jaden Sosi decides, I like that look, and he burns one down from outside. 4:15 on the clock in the third quarter. It's Monument Valley 33, Show Low 30. Here's this shot from Keegan Kobzowitz trying to answer for the Cougars, and he missed his shot. Sosi the rebound. The Mustangs work some offense up the left side. Parrish deep on the angle. Kobzowitz try to stay with him. Parrish with the runner on the baseline is no good. Down to Show Low. Bigos has it. Bigos drops it back to Hadley Dazen underneath Jaden Waite, and he gets tied up. That'll be a jump ball. No, that's a foul. That's a Monument Valley foul. It's Jaden Sosi committing the foul. Hey, timeout taken by Monument Valley with 3:46 on the clock, third quarter. MV in front by 3. This is Northland basketball presented by Choice Broadband.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Show Low Ford. Show Low Ford has the best deals. Not only does Show Low Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Show Low Ford sells the best at the best price. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at showlowford.com.
In years past, when you needed expert medical care, you may have overlooked one credible local healthcare provider. White Mountain Regional Medical Center's Rural Health Clinic is your destination for specialized care, orthopedics, podiatry, behavioral health, and advanced interventional pain management. And it's all closer than you think. Located in Springerville, White Mountain Regional Medical Center is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
Well, Hunter Sturmer of Chicago, while you were at that break, your cousin there, Mason Bigos, with a big-time 3 for the Show Low Cougars. And they're going to get a steal. Ball tipped. Jaden Waite picks it up, and a foul called on Jaden Sosi. He's got two third-quarter fouls now. That's the third team foul. So Hunter Sturmer out there listening from Chicago, and his cousin with the big old shot make. Shot make. Yes, it was a shot make, wasn't it? By Mason Bigos, and his pass is going to get knocked away right there. And we're back to it. We're tied. Everybody tied 33-33. Monument Valley with the basketball. Hey, great change of direction by Sosi. Missed the runner in the paint, but it was a beautiful job to lose the defender. And then eventually a Show Low foul, Show Low whistle, and I think we have seen the end of it. Hold on, is that? Well, maybe it was Kobzowitz. Kobzowitz on the personal foul right there, number 23. Latrell Begay misses the first one. So over there on that Show Low bench in street clothes, I don't know if we can get the shot there, but the young man there in street clothes with the walk-in boot right there, Cameron Wallentine. Show Low's been playing without him for a little bit of time now. The broken bone in his foot area somewhere, and I tell you, if they could get him back, it would certainly help the fortunes of the Cougars. Ranked number 30. Ranked number 35 in the state right now. Missed the second one. Show Low basketball. Kobzowitz to Ellsworth. To Waite. And he had it knocked free by Parrish. Great job by Mackay Parrish. Ralph Gray. To the corner. And the shot is good. And Monument Valley starting to get work done here in the third quarter. That is their third three of the period. 36-33 Monument Valley right now. Hadley Dazen. And he pulls up. Missed the shot. Ellsworth rebound. Show Low keeps it alive. Bigos inside. And he thought that Dazen would be collapsing down, and he threw in that direction. And it goes out of bounds. Show Low loses the ball out. If you're on radio right now, you're listening on Mix 98 KRFM Show Low, the broadcast home of the Sports Zone and Northland basketball. Here's Latrell Begay to Ralph Gray. Dump a pass on the baseline to Sosi, and then in the corner, that shot goes up from Mackay Parrish, no good. Tipped around, knocked out of bounds. And Monument Valley is going to control the basketball and see the play they run. Mackay Parrish is the guy that's going to throw it in right there, number 23. And that reminds me, Mackay must in some way, because the Parrish family are kind of related up here in the area, and there's a lot of Parrish family here in the Kayenta area. As you watch Ralph Gray drive and get the bounce. But the Parrish family reminds me that for many years we had a close friendship, Derek and I did, and also working relationship with Brendan Parrish. As you see this one go up, Brendan with family in this area. Nice little shot there by Mason Bigos. Brendan with obviously a lot of family here. Brendan was half Navajo and he was half White Mountain Apache, and Brendan lived in White River. And he was a great athlete at Alchesay High School, great basketball player, tremendous football player, and a great broadcaster as well. He was one of our technical directors. You watch that great shot from Ralph Gray. Well done. And Brennan tragically lost his life 3 years ago. Hey, as this one goes in for Jaden Waite. Jaden with the big shot. He'd been waiting for that to happen, and Jaden's got 5 in the corner. Show Low keeping pace, down by 2 right now with 15 on the shot clock. Dump the pass inside. That's a miss, and then blocked out of bounds, and we'll get a reset here with 10 seconds on the clock. Show Low's basketball. So I just wanted to make a mention. It's been a while since we remembered our great friend Brendan Parrish. Tragically lost his life not many years ago, and he was one of our valued team members here at the Sports Zone. And so many people up here in this area and in White River and on the White Mountain Apache tribe knew and loved our friend Brendan Parrish. We'll take a timeout here. The fourth quarter is coming up next, everybody. Monument Valley 40, Show Low 38. This is Northland basketball presented by Choice Broadband.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Show Low Ford. Show Low Ford has the best deals. Not only does Show Low Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Show Low Ford sells the best at the best price. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at showlowford.com.
Well, thanks for spending your time with us this evening here, whether you're watching on your mobile device or you're watching on a computer, or like so many people are doing, maybe you're watching on your big screen TV, wherever you find yourself tonight. Reverse lay-in to start the fourth quarter for Thomas Ellsworth. And the Cougars tie the game. We're tied at 40 as we get back to Northland basketball, presented by Choice Broadband and some select and valued partners of ours, like Holbrook Family Dentistry. Thank you to them. Thank you to Navajo Petroleum, the convenience stores here on the Navajo Nation. They are proud to serve the Navajo Nation. Thank you to Show Low Ford. Show Low Ford, a valued and an important partner of ours here with Northland basketball. Back to the action. Mason Bigos goes driving into the paint there, and he'll go walk into the foul line after a foul is called on Ralph Gray. Ralph has 3 in the game. And I think Ralph is going to check out here. 7:09 on the clock. Fourth quarter at Kayence's Nash Center, Monument Valley High School. Mason Bigos made the shot there. Somebody out there, let's see, Bull Shows is, I think, what I'm supposed to be reading on that. 1 for 2 for Bigos. He got the ball back on a rebound from his teammate, fed him out there, and a big 3 for Mason. What a trip down the floor for Show Low, and all of a sudden the Cougars are up by 4. They have scored 6 unanswered points. That big 3 by Bigos. Somebody out there, Bull Shows, something like that. This one is no good out there for Mackay. Rebound, Latrell Begay, and he spins it up there good. Latrell Begay opens up the fourth quarter. Monument Valley scoring with that little shot. Anyway, Bull Shows says, shout out to Hadley Dazen. Let's go Show Low Cougars, watching from Billings, Montana. Hadley is making noise this season and says, got to keep on watching, or got to keep a watch on him. And there's a drive, and there's a Bigos basket. I'll tell you what, Mason Bigos has decided to get fully engaged in the game here in the fourth quarter. He already has 6 fourth quarter points and 14 points overall in the game. Those 6 points coming in the first minute and 45 seconds of play in the fourth period. But Jaden Sosi has an answer for Monument Valley. Big shot downtown. It's a 1-point game. Show Low in front, 46-45. Heating up in the fourth quarter. Evan Bigos, foot on the line. That's no good off the backboard. And with 5.5 left to play in regulation, Monument Valley takes over and can retake the lead right here. Latrell Begay, wow, what a move on the baseline. And Monument Valley does just that. They recapture the lead. He's got 14 points, does Latrell Begay. He just caught his defender sleeping, napping, and he sprinted down that baseline. Became a relatively easy make for him. Thomas Ellsworth misses on the 3-point try, and it's Monument Valley again with the basketball. Tomorrow night, we're at Show Low High School. See the Cougars again. Show Low is playing Blue Ridge tomorrow night, Northland basketball. And then on Saturday, Window Rock hosting Monument Valley. Hadley Dazen brings it up. And the official, Brian Sosi, will whistle his whistle. I am trying to spy the conversation, but I just can't quite hear it. Shot clock. Oh, I see. Shot clock. The shot clock was not accurate, so they're resetting it. They're counting it down. It'll be Show Low's basketball with 28 seconds on the shot clock. That's what it was. Yeah, those of you who watched our broadcast last night at Tuba City, there was a little bit of controversy at the end of the girls' game with the way a timeout was done. There was an injury timeout at the end of the game in the last few seconds. And Tuba called a timeout, but the officials had discussed it and made a clear determination. And it wasn't popular with the Wildcat fans, but I got the explanation a moment ago as Jaden Waite rolls it up there, good for Show Low. I got the explanation. By the way, Show Low back in front now, 48-47 with that make by Jaden. Mackay Parrish underneath, and he is going to end up on the ground, but he did not make the shot. Trent Tall steal over to Mackay, and Parrish with the bucket this time, and it's Monument Valley back in front, trade the lead. Anyway, got the explanation last night from one of the officials that's here tonight that was also there last night. So you watched that one up there and good for Hadley Dazen and a timeout taken. And I'll just say this. I think the officials handled it really well, did the right thing, and made the right decision last night. I know it's really controversial, and a lot of people were upset about it. They did the right job. The score here now, 50-49 with a timeout taken. Back in a moment with more Northland basketball presented by Choice Broadband.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overguard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
Holbrook Family Dentistry is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio's Northland Basketball. They've been serving Holbrook and the surrounding area since 2000, and they cheer for all our local teams and love it when the North succeeds. Holbrook Family Dentistry's 3 dentists are all general dentists from our local area, so they can perform most type of procedures in-house. They pride themselves on their ethics and kindness and genuinely love working with the communities of Northern Arizona. Come see us at Holbrook Family Dentistry on Iowa Street in Holbrook or call 928-524-6854.
And to finish up that thought about last night's controversial timeout situation, Tuba City was asking for a timeout just as one of the Chinle Lady Wildcats was injured. And the officials, before granting that timeout, decided to go and deal with the injured player. And they called an injury timeout at that moment. And when they did, when they called that timeout, the officials were aware of it, but they dealt with the injured player first. And then once they had that situation under control, they came over to the Tuba City coach, Coach Belserek, and asked him, do you still want the timeout? And it's at that point that he said, no, I don't. That preserved one remaining timeout for Tuba City, which they used a moment later, and when they called it, that was when Chinle started protesting, which is understandable, but what they didn't know was that the officials had handled that situation and the way they did. And again, to go back to it, I think they handled it exactly right. So I think they did. I think they did exactly what they were supposed to in running that game. And you know, we've got some really good officials call our games here, and we get to cover with Northland basketball. A moment ago, Latrell Begay's big shot. Monument Valley working with it right now again. They've got a 2-point lead. Here's Begay on the right angle, off the back iron, and he'll get the rebound back. Latrell hustling out there, making stuff happen. Ralph Gray from the corner. Shot off the mark, tipped around. Hadley Dazen scoops it up for the Show Low Cougars. Hadley, he'll stop from 17 and make the shot for the Cougars. Hadley's got 13 points, and he ties it up for Show Low. Luttrell decides he wants the three, shooting it right in front of Bigos, but that's no good there. Rebound Kobzowitz. Cougars have the ball once again. Here's Hadley Dazen. Swing it around into the corner to Mason Bigos. Mason back outside. Jaden Waite for three, and that shot is good for Show Low. Jaden puts the Cougars back in front with a minute 20 remaining in regulation. These two teams both need a win in the worst kind of way, as you get a foul on Bigos. Northland basketball is presented by Choice Broadband, Monument Valley, and Show Low. Let me find out if we need a timeout. We got to take one, we'll take one. Back in a moment, everybody. Northland basketball is brought to you by Choice Broadband.
How would you like to be sitting on a beach under the palm trees with your feet in the warm sand and sitting next to the one you love? It's the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Valentine's Special, and you could win a Royal Caribbean cruise for two plus $1,000 cash. Right now, with your insured windshield replacement, everyone can take that special person in their life out for 2 dinners at Cattleman's Steakhouse.
Wow!
Then take them to the movies with 2 free theater tickets. And everyone's name, including insurance and cash jobs, will go in the hat for a chance to win a 5-night Royal Caribbean cruise for 2 and $1,000 spending cash. Don't miss out on steak dinners, movie tickets, and a cruise for 2 with $1,000 cash. Happy Valentine's Day.
536-597. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass cash back to you. Woohoo!
Well, how's your night going out there, everybody? Are you staying warm? Are you ready for the final minute and 15 seconds of this one? Earlier tonight, big road win for the Show Low Lady Cougars. And here in this game, these two teams desperate for a win. And they both had their troubles this year. Both with 6 victories in total for the team, for the season. So getting a 7th win, no matter whether it's Monument Valley or Show Low, is going to be big, and help keep somebody's playoff hopes a little bit alive. There's a while that we have to go to the playoffs, but when you are as far out of the picture as these teams are right now, you need some help. Monument Valley's got this help. I believe that with the 3A conference rules, I think if you finish in first or second place in the North region, I think you still get an automatic bid into the playoffs. You get to the championship game of the 3A North Region tournament. That's how they decide the champion of the region, by the way, is the tournament. The regular season decides the seeding for the tournament. Foul on the floor. Ralph Gray foul. Ralph.
JT, you got 3 now.
I think Ralph might have just fouled out of the game. Ralph has either 4 or 5 fouls. Ralph left. Coach got him regardless because if it was his 4th. He wanted to save him for a little bit, I guess. But Thomas Ellsworth missed a couple of tries and then committed a foul. You see it happen so often, don't you? Thomas with 3 and a 3-point lead for Show Low, 55-52, 29.5 seconds remaining in regulation. Inbound, Jaden Sosi. Well, Monument Valley needs probably to be thinking 3 right here. Sosi drops it back, and Makai Parrish absolutely delivers. What a basket, what a 3. It ties the game at 55. 10 seconds remain in regulation. Clutch shot by Parrish. At the 3-second mark, shot no good for Show Low. We're going to overtime. Show Low had a chance. They had the shot with time on the clock, but couldn't make the shot to win it in regulation. Makai Parrish absolutely perfect for Monument Valley to tie it at 55. We got a great one for you. We'll grab a timeout. Stand by, everybody. We'll be back in a moment with overtime. Northland basketball presented by Choice Broadband.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
Well, let's get back to it. That postgame wrap-up, it's not the postgame. That's it. That's something we do automatically, so we'll correct that scoreboard for you, everybody. Get the actual scoreboard. It says fourth quarter, and I was looking at screens and graphics and stuff, so I don't know what just happened right there. But I know that somebody wasn't happy, and Monument Valley gets the basketball in the overtime frame. Officially gets underway with an inbound for Monument Valley. Well, it wasn't a buzzer beater, but, you know, it's always fun. Somebody hits a big shot like Mackay did there to send this game to overtime. So here we go. Two teams, really kind of desperate situation for both squads. Monument Valley boys are 6-10 right now, and ranked number 28 in the state. Show Low is 6-12. And they're ranked number 35, and that's a player control foul? No, blocking foul on Trent Tall. Okay, I was guessing. Hometown didn't like it. Trent Tall's first foul after the free throw. We'll have a look in on it, and you be the judge. Remember that they watch that a lot closer than they used to. But let's see here. Take a look. Take a look at the guys on the floor. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. We didn't actually get it for you. But those are two big foul shots in overtime for Keegan Kobzowitz for Show Low. They're back in front 57-55. Latrell Begay, Jaden Sosi. And his shot is no good. Rebounded by Thomas Ellsworth. And he drops it back to Hadley Dazen. And the Cougars bring it up again here in overtime. Just under 3 minutes remaining in the overtime period. You start with 4 minutes. Kobzowitz with his Pittsburgh Steelers shoes. Nice black and gold. And Latrell Begay take it away. Thomas Ellsworth commit the foul. Thomas has 4 personal fouls in the game. Coach will need that sharp shooting guard for the stretch here. So now Thomas will have to back that. He'll have to back it off a little bit. I think they're saying 5 fouls. They're saying 5 fouls. Coach Suber's got a look of absolute disgust on his face. He wants to come over. He wants to count the tick marks in the book. See, this is where, you know, I'm sure he's keeping his own book on the bench, which doesn't count, by the way. It doesn't matter. They don't use the book, your book, but you can also question things from it. So Coach Suber's not happy at all. And he just lost the guy that has shot the best for him on this night. Thomas Ellsworth not there should he need a shooter down the final few seconds of this one. Well, I got to ask a question here. I got to ask I don't know how I can get the answer from our locals, from Julio K., our technical director, and Jessica K., one of our camera operators. I don't know how I can get the answer that I'm going to look for to this, but why isn't the crowd bigger tonight here at Monument Valley? What's going on? What's up with the Thursday night game here? Is it because it's not a North game, not a region game? Is that what it is? Well, that's a big game, I'll tell you. It's a huge game, these two teams. If either one of these teams makes it to the playoffs, it's going to be because they have an amazing finish to January and that first stretch in February. Or Monument Valley, in their case, if they can finish high in the 3A North Region tournament. This one off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Keegan Kobzowitz. Show Low's got the basketball. Winner of this game will pick up just their 7th win of the season. But it's going to be a big number, that 7. Big O's tried to hit Hadley Days and roll into the basket, and it's tipped out by Trent Tall. There's Trent right there, number 33. Trent just played in an all-star football game in Texas, and he made at least one big play that I saw a highlight that was flashed up there on social media. Trent, number 33 right there. He had an interception for the defense there for the team that he played on this all-star game. It's a Native American all-star game where they take Native American athletes from across the country. And it's a game that was, I don't know if you say sponsored or hosted by or whatever, but the Atlanta Braves have a program where they work with Native Americans, and they've got a baseball all-star game. You would expect that with the Braves, but they also have a football game, maybe basketball too, I don't know, but the Atlanta Braves, they honored Trent Tall by giving him an invitation to play in the all-star game, and he represented Monument Valley and the state of Arizona quite nicely in the game. Inbound for Hadley Dazen, and boy, threw it away, but Jaden Waite was there to save it for Show Low. Big save. Mason Bigos accelerates and then gives it up. Hadley Dazen, oh, he was listening. Somebody in the crowd was giving him a bad count on the shot clock. That one's off Monument Valley out of bounds. Somebody was yelling a countdown on the shot clock. There was 7 on the shot clock when Hadley threw it up there, but one of the fans was counting it down, and they were counting it down to 0, and so he thought he had to shoot. That's why he shot that. Show Low's got it back, so it doesn't hurt him. But a little gamesmanship here in the crowd. See, listen to him count. Trying to count it. Show Low misses. Monument Valley has got the rebound. The fans are having some fun. Baseline, Begay, spin it, shot good. What a shot by Luttrell. I liked it. It was a slow developing play, but it was nice. It was good, and there's Mason Bigos with a Show Low answer. Mason has 16 points in the game. He ties the lead in scoring for Show Low with Thomas Ellsworth. He's got 60 as well, and Hadley Dazen steals that pass. Cougars take back over. We've got 55 remaining in regulation. Oh, actually, it's overtime, isn't it? Sorry about that. That's the overtime frame. Show Low 59, Monument Valley 57. Dazen on the angle. And he's going to drive to just inside the free throw line and get a nice roll. The shot goes in for Hadley. Hadley's got 15 points. Great balanced scoring for the Cougars. In the paint, the runner, Mackay, and that's good. Mackay Parrish with the make, and a timeout off the make by Monument Valley. They got the shot and stopped the game for a moment. 61-59. Show Low's got the lead over Monument Valley. Well, let me remind you that tomorrow night we are at Show Low High School. The Cougars take on Blue Ridge. More Northland basketball for you. Saturday night, we go to Window Rock. Window Rock will host Monument Valley. That's our Saturday wrap-up to a very busy week of Northland basketball. Not as busy next week. There are fewer games on the schedule next week. And I don't know what the grand total is, but we will not have 5 next week. But we'll keep you entertained with at least a little bit of basketball. And then it gets busy again the week after. 23 seconds. Now they put another second, 1.5 seconds on the clock, so 24.7 seconds. No shot clock. The Cougars inbound the basketball. Monument Valley is going to try to get a steal if they can. That defense is intense out there right now. Jaden Sosi, personal foul. By the way, we have not seen Ralph Gray, so I think Ralph fouled out back in the fourth quarter for Monument Valley. The sharpshooter tonight, the range finder, Thomas Ellsworth, fouled out of the game. Coach Gilmore's yelling at his guys to foul. They didn't foul. Coach Gilmore goes from unhappy Gilmore to happy Gilmore because his team got a turnover, and he'll get a timeout. He was yelling for his guys to foul, and he wasn't happy that they didn't. And then all of a sudden, you see the play right there. That's well called by the officials, and it's exactly what happened. Jaden Waite, last guy to touch it, knock it out of bounds. From unhappy Gilmore to happy Gilmore, just like that. And Monument Valley, they're going to talk it over what to do with the basketball here. And a 2-point difference. Show Low 61, Monument Valley 59. Coach Gilmore giving his guys, here it is. Here's what we do, guys. Now, so I would ask, he's pointing outside, pointing toward half court. I don't know what that means, but that was really, really fortuitous for the Mustangs. And they're going to inbound, I think, right there on the sideline, right at a half court. They got 12 seconds to run a play of some kind. So do they shoot the three to win, or do they take it inside and try to get a high percentage tie, which could put us in double overtime? We're going to find out what Coach Gilmore had to say to his guys. Inbound to Latrell the game. Latrell trying to tie it. He goes up. And that is a player control foul. It's an offensive charge. Is that Evan Bigos who planted himself? Hadley Dazen is asking for shots, but you do not get free throws. You do not get free throws on a player control foul. Even though there are 5 fouls on Monument Valley, now the Mustangs with 7 seconds on the clock have to get a steal. And they can send Show Low to the foul line, and they might have to do that. And they do that right now, coming in hard on Mason Bigos. That was Hunter Worker who had to fly in there and get the hard contact on Mason. Mason will go in, watch it again. Who is yep, that's Evan Bigos, the hero of the moment right there, taking the charge for Show Low defensively. And is that enough? And with this chance at the free throw line, enough for Show Low to pull off the overtime road victory. Mason Bigos unable to hit that one at the line. Watch it again. I mean, I think it's pretty clean. I think the officials did their job well. 1 for 2, meaning that Monument Valley will have 6 seconds. There's a timeout taken. Monument Valley, 6 seconds, run it up the floor. Run it up the floor and get a 3. Of course, that 3 can happen from anywhere. But what do you do? What do you do? Do you run those long kind of sideline inbound passes? On the inbound, run a long pass and try and get the ball into front court. I don't think they have timeouts left. And frankly, I got to be honest with you, I don't know the rule on carrying timeouts into overtime, but we're showing Show Low with 3 timeouts. And we're taking that data right from the scoreboard. Is this somebody I know? The lady? Who is it? Well, that's Derek right there, but Derek, we had somebody else in the stands. I have no idea. How about the finish to this one? 62-59. Show Low in front of Monument Valley, but the Mustangs have 6 seconds to see if they can send it to double OT. Boy, wouldn't this be something if we get a double overtime here? Trent Tull looking. He almost fell in. Gets it into Latrell Begay. Up the floor, Latrell pulls up. He's got a clean look at it, and it's too long. And time expires. Show Low an overtime win at Monument Valley. Final score 62-59. What a game. And it's going to be a little bit difficult for us to come up with a Sports Zone's player of the game. You had Thomas Ellsworth with the first half sharp shooting, had 4 threes in the first half, scored 16 points in the game. You had Mason Bigos, who had a great fourth quarter in overtime, scored 17 points in the game. And Hadley Dazen played good from start to finish with 15 points for the Cougars. Let me get our votes from our guys and tally those up. What do we got from you? Who's your vote? How about you? You got a vote? We got a vote right there. We got a vote right there. What's the vote up there? All right, we got a tie. We got a tie, and because I've got a little more of a vote, mine's like 1.5 to 2 solid votes. I'm voting for Mason Bigos, and Mason Bigos, number 3, is our Sports Zone player of the game. It was the work that he did down the stretch and in overtime to lead this team to victory that gets Mason the acknowledgement here, and he joins us now in our post game. On a great finish tonight. You gotta love it. You love an overtime finish, don't you? How about that big shot by Mackay Parrish to send it to overtime, and then right there at the end of the game, a flurry of activity that resulted in a Show Low victory here in Monument Valley. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Perfect. Time to get into our post-game wrap-up from Monument Valley, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight for Northland Basketball, presented by Choice Broadband. And an overtime road victory for the Show Low Cougars as they take down Monument Valley. Final score 62-59. Let's talk to the Sports Zone's player of the game. It's presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. And Show Low's guard Mason Bigos joins us now. Mason, congratulations.
Thank you.
What a win. What a win for you and the guys, huh? How did that feel?
It felt great. We were on like a 3-game slide, I think, so it felt good to get one.
And you got to win every game you can, right? I mean, from this point on, the playoffs, that's a distant hope, and you got to keep it alive every night by playing those games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about this one and the drama of it. It was a close game throughout. And you got into the latter reaches of the fourth quarter. It was getting intense out there. And then Monument Valley hit a shot to tie it up. What was your thought? What was your feeling right then, knowing we're going to overtime?
Well, we've been there before because I think like the last game we were in overtime, and then the game before that we lost by 3, and the game before that we were in double overtime. So I think we're starting to get comfortable with getting into overtime. So
you guys are okay with clutch time, with that pressure, right?
Yeah.
And now let's talk. Work me through overtime and kind of the ebbs and flows of that overtime period, and then holding on right there at the end to win the game.
We got that clutch bucket, and then we just needed some stops from there. And then I got put at the line, and I missed one, but then I made one. So then we just had to play some defense.
Well, the one you made had to give you, there had to be a lot of relief because at a minimum you knew we're probably at the worst. We're probably going to double overtime at that point.
Both those shots felt good. The first one just didn't fall. I was like, oh, my God.
Isn't that amazing how that is?
Yeah.
Mason Bigos is with us. He is the Show Low Cougars Sports Zone player of the game. It's brought to you by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. How about the rest of these guys? Hadley had a great game. And how about the first half, that deadly shooting from Thomas Ellsworth?
Yeah, he did great. We were able to find him on some kickouts, and he got some shots up, so that's good.
And Hadley, just from start to finish, I mean, he brings it every night. And tonight, he was solid throughout the game.
Yeah. I think me and him have really stepped up since Cam's been out, so that's good.
I got you. Hey, before I let you go and let you enjoy that long ride home to Show Low, do you know somebody named Hunter Sturmer?
Oh, yeah.
Little 5-year-old Hunter Sturmer?
Little cousin. Thanks for watching, buddy. Appreciate you. Love you.
There he is out there. Is he in Chicago?
No, he's in the Valley right now, so he came to visit us.
Oh, he decided to get out of the cold weather.
Yeah.
Well, I hope Hunter enjoyed it, and his guy, his cousin right here, is the Sports Zone's player of the game. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, there's Mason Bigos, everybody. He leads the way for Show Low. Great fourth quarter, great overtime frame for that young man, and his guys are going to enjoy the ride home, a 62-59 overtime win for the Show Low Cougars tonight here at Monument Valley. All right. Let's
we good?
Let's get to it, yeah.
All right.
Final score, Show Low 62, Monument Valley 59 in overtime. And this broadcast of Northland basketball presented by Choice Broadband. This game at Monument. And let's talk to Daryl Suber, head coach of Show Low, on a victory tonight, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you much.
Well, let me see. Boy, you were getting intense down the stretch right there, man. You came over, you're counting up the fouls for Thomas Ellsworth, and you were a little incredulous in the moment. Didn't quite see it.
Obviously, I missed one somewhere, but
Yeah.
it is what it is.
It is
right?
what it is.
We,
Yeah.
we suit up lots of folks, and it was showtime,
Yeah,
it's showtime,
that's right.
And that's how we have to. That's how we always have to play it.
Well, I brought you that moment because in a game that went to overtime, losing Thomas when you did, boy, I tell you, you got to adjust, obviously, but that's got to hurt.
Hey, man, we play overtime all the time. This is what we do.
This is
what we do. That is our third overtime game in our last 4 games. We played Alchese overtime last week. We played Florence double overtime last Thursday and played Winslow in a 1-possession game, ball in the air to win last week. So you saw a lot of smiles and laughs on our face when that went to overtime because, hey, what do you know? Someplace we've been before.
You guys
yesterday. So
you guys just you like the game so much you want to keep on playing.
Hey, man, we get more than our money's worth, right? More than our money's worth.
No doubt about it. Let's see, man. You got great performances, and it was really a team win. Hard for us to pick a player of the game. We went with Mason because Mason in the fourth quarter and overtime we thought had the strongest performance in that part of the game. But if it was the first half, Thomas Ellsworth dominated. And if you talk about start to finish, Hadley Dazen was there for you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And you know what we're trying to do, right? We kind of continue to try to build a program, right? We're trying to build a program. And you have to have people who are complementary pieces. You have to have people who want to play together. You're watching the game. The amount of conversation that we have between our dudes, it's just, hey, I saw this. Dude, coach your teammates, right? Coach them up. And we had a lot of big performances. I was talking about in there, we have a saying, when it's your time, right? Right? You gotta be at your best when your best is required. And so we had our guy come in, our defensive sub comes in and takes a charge now at the end.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Evan Biggles.
Our man Jaden Waite played the entire second half with 4 fouls, and still played well and effectively. There's just a lot of juice there.
And I was going to ask you about that because Jaden had probably the best game I've seen him play. And in that second half, boy, I tell you, 2 huge threes, one in the third, one in the fourth quarter, right there in the end of the game.
Yeah.
Jaden comes up for you big time to help sustain the victory.
He's one of our better offensive players, and what we talked about him being a little more aggressive offensively, talked about him kind of owning his moment a little bit more. He got the 3 fouls in the first half. And we pulled him out, did whatever. I said, I'm going to start you. He picked up the 4, and he looked at me. I was about to come get him. He said, I got you, right? Yeah. And so, man, you've earned my trust, so I'm going to trust you. You either play for 4 minutes, big if 5th foul, and then we're there. I mean, you can't help us from the bench either way, where you still got fouls left or not. So, it wasn't a huge roll of the dice, but for him to come in and still play hard defensively, still play rugged defensively, even though you got the 4 fouls, and play like you didn't care that you had 4 fouls. I thought that was an important moment for us.
Well, all these close games, overtime games for you, you got to be the cardiac Cougars right now, okay? For the moment. I'm sure you want to get out of intensive care here, and you want to move on.
Here's the interesting thing, and I will let you into a little bit of the locker room. This is after we came up short against Winslow, and here's what I told our kids. I said, man, I'm kind of tired of losing the same game. We went. I mean, you could take that when you go back to Florence. You go back to we played in our tournament, and we played Seton Catholic in the same game. We played Alchese in almost the same game, right? It's just that kind of stuff because we can't really run away from anybody, but we do play hard. We do play rugged. Nobody can accuse us of not playing hard. And so we're continuing to grow and do some stuff. So I'm really proud of our dudes, and I'm proud of the fact that they played well because that's how we win. The dudes play great. We have a chance to get a dub.
Coach Suber, long ride home. So we're going to let you get on the road.
But fortunately, it won't be as long as the ride here. So that was you saw us roll in, and we left the spot at noon. So it won't be as long as a ride back. So that's a plus. We're looking forward to that one.
We'll see you on the road out there, okay?
Thanks, man.
All right,
Take care.
Daryl Zuber, head coach of Show Low. They win tonight in overtime, 62-59, a victory over the Monument Valley Mustangs. 7th win of the year for the Show Low Cougars, but boy, I tell you, they were ranked number 35 coming in, and they got a long way to go if they hope to get into the dance at the end of the regular season. Well, I want to remind you of our broadcast schedule coming up tomorrow night. We will be at Show Low. We'll see the Cougars again. Maybe they'll go to overtime tomorrow night. Cougars taking on the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets tomorrow. Our next broadcast of Northland basketball, and then tomorrow night or Saturday night we'll be at Window Rock. Window Rock will host Monument Valley to wrap up a very busy week for the Sports Zone and our exclusive brand called Northland Basketball. That'll be on Saturday at Window Rock. Thanks to our outstanding production crew. Didn't they do a great job tonight? They do a great job every single night. They have really honed their craft, and I pat them on the back. Great job by Derek Simmons. Great job by Derek's our producer. Julio K., our technical director. Wonderful job giving you all those looks on your screen right there. And to Jessica K., wonderful work on the camera for us tonight here at Monument Valley. For the entire crew, Floyd Simmons, thanking you for being with us. Thanking Stephen Young and the great people at Monument Valley for the hospitality, and saying to you, God bless you. Be very careful and stay warm out there, everybody. We'll see you again tomorrow night for our next broadcast of Northland Basketball presented by Choice Broadband. Until then, good night. Good night from Kayenta.